It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime. I'm here. Yes, I am here. It is Friday. We like to have fun on Fridays. Well, I don't know, man, if your 401k plan wasn't no fun today, not at all. The Geno Jones Show. That's what we do. That's what it is. Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. Live in Los Angeles and everybody on the West Coast. Tell everybody you know. Tell everybody to subscribe to this channel right here. Subscribe. As a matter of fact, spread the word. Spring is here. Got a lot going on. Concerts all over. Fantasia is in town tonight, and Anthony Hamilton, I won't be going. Damaris and Allie are going to go. Then we got this big festival. It's called Flower Town. So all around America, you got like April, spring. Got a lot of concerts, just folks getting out. We got a big, they call it a bridge run, a 10K bridge run going on Saturday morning here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. So we got a lot going on here. But tell everybody, I don't care where you are. YouTube is global. To please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show. I'm less than 250 new subscribers away. I'm trying to do the math in my head in real time from becoming what they call a YouTube partner. My media company will begin to get a monthly check from YouTube, and we must support Black-owned media. It is so important. You understand now. I think everybody understands that we need voices like this one, like mine. We need platforms like this. Shout out to people like Roland Martin's got his own Black Star Network. Don Lemon has got his YouTube channel. Joy Reid is doing her thing. I don't know if she's on YouTube, got her channel. She's on a platform called Substack. It's so important. Nobody's going to tell our story better than us. They don't want to tell our story. They're trying to ban our story and erase our history and take our pictures and our stories, out of museums and libraries and out of the military, but we ain't gonna let that happen. But it's so important that we have a platform, we have a home to where we can speak truth to power. As my grandmother said, Jeannie, tell the truth, shame the devil. So once again, if you'd like to, look, first of all, I'd love to have you as a sponsor. If you'd like to be a sponsor, if you'd like to advertise, I'd be honored to have you as part of the Geno Jones Show family. Reach out to me, send me an email. I have a Gmail, GenoJonesShow@gmail. Geno Jones Show, that's how you spell it, at Gmail. I will send you a sponsorship package, set up a meeting over the phone, via Zoom, or maybe in person. If you would like to contribute to the show as an individual or your company, you can Zelle me or Cash App. No amount is too small or too large. Zelle is Geno Jones, and then type in the number 843. Geno Jones, that's how you spell mine, because there's some bootleg Genos out there on YouTube. So, Zelle, Geno Jones, then the number 843, Cash App, $Dad G Jones, $ capital D, lowercase AD, capital G, capital J, ONES, $Dad G Jones, Cash App. Shout out to Teresa Griffin. Man, the sister's amazing. She sang Back Up for Diana Ross on Oprah Winfrey's show back in the day. She went out on tour with people like Patti LaBelle, Jerry Butler, and my man, my dear friend, rest in power, Bernie Mac, Bernard McCullough, a.k.a. Bernie Mac, the Mac Man. She went out with him. Teresa Griffin has got a brand new song called When You Are Around Me, and it is such a beautiful song. She told the story, and it brought her to tears and almost brought me to tears. It was a story about her husband and how she thought she was going to lose him to COVID, and she was doing everything. She was looking up Dr. Sebi is this brother who is world renowned. He's no longer with us in terms of like kind of natural and herbal medicinal remedies and things like that. Well known, Dr. Sebi, S-E-B-I. But anyways, so she just told a story about she was everything, turmeric, gingers, tea, soups, just to keep esteem, doing these steams, just to try to, keep her husband, her boo alive. And it was a beautiful story. But the sister is brilliant. She got to stretch out, show off a little bit her vocal prowess. So it was a great conversation. So if any of, and then all her crew. So any of you Teresa Griffin fans that's tuning in tonight, thank you. Jump in my chat room and let me know that you are checking me out. Hello, mother. How are you? My #1 fan. My mother's watching there. I am good. So, once again, I want to thank everybody for checking out last night's show. All week, my viewership was great all week long. The monologues were on fire, but big shout out to my sister, Teresa Griffin. So, listen, it's been a heck of a week. Look, I'm bragging on myself. I might have had the funniest April Fool's joke maybe ever in history. It was that Sexy Red and Tiger Woods had hooked up. That was her new man, or his new Sexy Red's new man was Tiger Woods, and they was engaged. And on top of it, Sexy Red was about to become Tiger Woods' baby mama. Tiger Woods, the man that the only thing that he might wear that's black is some black pants. He don't even like to wear black pants that much, let alone black women. So Tiger Woods, and of all, don't get much blacker than Sexy Red. So just the thought of Tiger Woods and Sexy Red, the rapper. I know my mom said, "Who's Sexy Red?" Just this young rapper, got a reputation, ratchet, ghetto, hood, but she just being herself. But if you got a son or daughter or grandchild that's like a Gen Z, ask them, or you can Google Sexy Red. Get it sexy, get it sexy, get it. That's a big hit. Get it sexy. So, I know folks are cracking up. They're like, dude, you are Sexy Red and Tiger. But some folks is like, come on, dude, that got to Sexy Red and Tiger. Sexy Red gonna be Tiger Woods' baby mama? Wasn't he supposedly just dating Donald Trump's ex, daughter-in-law, one of his sons, his ex? Tiger Woods. He can't help himself. He got it from his daddy. Okay, he can't help himself. He got it from his daddy. So that was our big April Fool's prank right here on the Geno Jones Show. So we like to have a lot of fun. But like I said, listen, if you are in the stock market, if you have a 401k plan, if you have your own self-managing account or mutual fund, if you got a Roth IRA, whatever, if you are invested or your company's invested with your 401k plan, retirement plans, your boy has really tanked the stock market. So yesterday it was about 1,500 points, the Dow. Today, 2,200 points down. So in 2 days, everybody that's invested in the stock market has lost the American stock market in 48 hours has lost 6.7 trillion, not million, not billion, trillion dollars in value. That's your stock market. I saw a MAGA cult member was pissed off. He's like, between my stocks and crypto, I lost $7 million. I was Mr. MAGA. I was a MAGA maniac. I lost it. I tried to tell you all, but you wouldn't listen because you wedded to this whiteness, this made up bullshit, this whole construct. It's a con game. Race is a made up concept. Okay? I talked about that earlier this week. I've been talking about it for 4 years. Race and sexism and misogyny and gender, all of that, fear and bigotry, they're just tools. And they are tools for the richest globally. These billionaires, they use that on you poor and working class white people because they know that a lot of you all are already wedded to this whiteness and you bought into this bigotry and racism, which is rooted in fear and ignorance because you all don't want to have to compete. That's why you want to ban our history. You trying to ban us or DEI, but I got a fix for that. And let me segue into that right now. Big shout out. So the Final Four every year in March, college basketball, Division I, even Division II, but March Madness is a huge tournament. And this weekend, the four college teams in Division I, college basketball for the men and women, play this weekend. The men, I think, are playing in San Antonio. I can't remember. I don't know where the women are playing. But shout out to Coach Dawn Stalley. I'm a huge fan. Head coach, University of South Carolina, about an hour and 20, 30 minutes north of where I'm standing right now. The Lady Gamecocks, they won 3 championships since she's been there. They're in the Final Four this year. But let me just say this. So I heard that where the state of South Carolina, basically they have passed some anti-DEI, which is anti-blackness, which is get rid of the N-words, get rid of the nigs. We don't want them around. We want to get them off. We don't want to, they can't have no black studies, anything DEI. So basically, it's an effort to basically resegregate America. They can get all the black people out of these predominantly white universities, PWIs, and one of the ways to do it in corporate America, Trump's passed these executive orders. DEI is illegal and blah, blah, blah. Oh, so hiring black folk. Now you can go back to being, and in one of the executive orders, they flat out said, even if you are like a contractor, if you have a contract with the federal government, that you can hire, basically, that it's okay for you to segregate. You don't have to hire. In essence, you can Google this myself. It was an executive order that said companies would not get in any trouble if they wanted to kind of hire based on race, to where if they don't want any black folks around, they want to, say, well, you know what? We don't hire black people. Pretty soon they're going to be like, well, no, we don't want black people coming to our concert venue or our restaurant or our water fountain, all that. Bet. Got you. Cool. That means black folks can do the same thing. So this is my message. And Coach Dawn Stalley, this is not a message to you, because I love you. I love what you represent. I love how you stand up for those young women, on your team. The sisters, even the young white girls, you stand up for them, but you stand in the breach. You don't tolerate the racism. You don't tolerate the sexism, but you navigate some really tricky waters, and you just got this huge contract, one of the biggest ever, especially in women's basketball. I think she just signed a contract. She's getting like $10 million a year. So, Coach Stalley, Dawn Stalley, I absolutely love you and everything you represent. But listen, this is bigger than Coach Stalley now. This is my message to all my young people. This is my message to all the parents and the grandparents and the aunts and uncles that can influence your sons and daughters and grandchildren and nieces and nephews that are super talented in sports. They don't have to go to these white universities, because they will be found. And something called NIL, name, image, and likeness, which means that athletes finally can make money off their own name, their image, and their likeness in college basketball. Because for years, the colleges could make money off of their name and image and likeness, but the players couldn't. Back in the day when the Fab Five, the guys at the University of Michigan, Chris Webber and Juwan Howard and Jalen Rose and that whole crew, Jimmy King, and my man, I forgot my man, the other dude, the other five, his last name was Jackson. It'll come to me. But anyway, but the big stars were Chris Webber, Jalen Howard, and Juwan Howard, who's from Chicago. So Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, and my man, of course, from Detroit City, Jalen Rose, who's going on to have a successful career in the media. There was a brother, Jimmy King. Ray Jackson is his name. There you go. I got it. Ray Jackson. So anyway, with these name, image, and likeness deals, like some of the best players on a team can get a name, image, or they can get multiple name, image, and likeness deals. So you have some players, college athletes now, getting $4 or $5 million a year in what they call NIL deals. So here's the deal. University of South Carolina, the state of South Carolina basically said that, any kind of DEI program on these colleges and universities, University of South Carolina is a state school. Okay, cool. You don't, anti-DEI means you don't want black folks around. So shout out, Coach Stalley, I love you. The brothers on the football team, as a matter of fact, number 16, they got a young brother, number 16, that people are talking about could be like a Heisman Trophy candidate, the best player in college. I saw tape of him because they have something called a transfer portal in college sports now. You can basically go in what they call this portal and transfer to another school. Before it was almost impossible to do it. But you can go into this transfer portal and go to another team like right away, basically. So, fine. These white universities, they don't want black people on the campus. So you don't want our sons and daughters and grandchildren and nieces and nephews. No, we ain't gonna play basketball. We're not gonna help you make no money. We're not sending our kids to these predominantly white universities. We're gonna send them to the HBCUs. So South Carolina State, legendary HBCU. I'm just saying, some of you sisters, y'all might want to get in the trance. Hopefully you all can win another national championship for Coach Stalley. That'll be 4. And the group of you all, I was going to say the ones of you, but the ones on the team, the ladies that have the NIL deals, the fellas too, that money goes with you. So let's just say if Nike or AT&T or Verizon, they give you work out an NIL deal with you, that's your money. It's not the college's money. It's your NIL deal. It goes with you. You can take that money to South Carolina State. You can take it to Morehouse. You can take it to Clark, Atlanta. You can take it to Spelman. You can go to Howard, Hampton, Alabama State, North Carolina A&T, Alabama. They got Alabama State. There's another HBCU. They got a couple. Stillman. They got a bunch. You can go to FAMU in Florida, Texas Southern. They got a whole lot of HBCUs. So let's start sending our top athletes. No, you know what? University of Michigan. They passed they basically announced that they were going to get rid of some of their DEI programs. All right, bet. Y'all really didn't want us around. The only reason that you want us around is to help make money for the university. And they know sports is big business in college, especially football and basketball. March Madness, college basketball makes somewhere, I think, in the range of probably somewhere between $9 to $10 billion. It is huge. It is big business. Off of these players, off of our sons and daughters and nieces and nephews. So I love Coach Stalley, but since the state of South Carolina is basically saying, no, we don't want you Negroes here. We really don't want you in our colleges and universities. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm going to make sure I tell my son, my daughter, my niece, my nephew. Maybe instead of playing for the Gamecocks, how about you go play for South Carolina State? And they got other they got about 8 or 9 HBCUs here in South Carolina. But like I said, the legendary program, South Carolina State University. You know, like I said, Howard University, up D.C., Hampton in Virginia, North Carolina A&T, and Alabama State. I think there's an Alabama A&M too. I know it's Alabama State. You got FAMU, Texas Southern, Xavier, Grambling, Southern. Come on, man. Don't play. Mississippi Valley State, Jackson State, where Deion left. We go to Jackson State and turn out their program. Put them on the map. You can make that happen. And take the money with you and teach these predominantly white universities a lesson. It's your idea. You all said that you have removed all your DEI programs and your states have passed these state laws to get rid of DEI programs in its colleges and universities. So bet, since you getting rid of, in essence, you're saying get rid of the Negroes. That's what you're saying when you say get rid of these anti-DEI programs. We're good. Take the talent, take the money, and I promise you, because they say, well, you know, they don't have the facilities. Money talks. And enough of you all, a group of some talented athletes, like the Fab Five did for Michigan, especially in basketball and football, like Deion. It took him a couple years, but Deion took his sons and, you know, this kid Travis Hunter, who was like an adopted son. You know, he didn't adopt him, but y'all get together. But it's up to us adults. It's up to us parents and uncles and aunts and grandparents. We have got to start young, stressing to our young people that our ice is just as cold as the white man's ice or the white woman's ice. You don't have to, I promise you now, if you got the talent and the tape, because everybody's streaming live, so if you got game, the NFL, the NBA, the WNBA, they will find, look, they are finding folks playing in Europe and little small ass towns and countries all over the globe. So if you got game, they will find you. And if you got enough game to where you can get a name, image, and likeness, an NIL deal, you don't have to go to the University of Alabama or the University of South Carolina or the University of Georgia or the University of Florida or Ohio State University or University of Michigan or University of Southern California. You don't have to go there to get your NIL money and to be seen by pro scouts. They're going to follow you. You and your crew. Take your talent, turn these programs around, get your NIL money, and build up these HBCUs. I know it may take a minute because a lot of it is just our mindset. We gotta deprogram ourselves and make sure that, because the parents and the grandparents, they gotta deprogram themselves before we can deprogram the kids. So they won't think, oh, I gotta go to University of Alabama, or I gotta go to the University of Georgia, or I gotta go to University of South Carolina, or I gotta go to Michigan or Ohio State or Florida. No, you ain't gotta go to nothing. You don't have to go there. They don't want you. So you don't have to tell me twice. Don't go anywhere you are not wanted. Like my grandmother told me, don't beg nobody to take your money. Don't take nobody to take your talent. Don't beg nobody. They're not doing you a favor. You doing them a favor. They're making money off of you and your crew, off your talent. And you just now been able to get some form of compensation with your name, image, and likeness deal. All right, that's my rant. That's my lecture. It's Friday. You know, I usually want to keep it light, but I had to get that part. It was important that I said that. So listen, thank you for letting me be a part of your life as always. God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Chicago Central Time, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles, and everybody on the West Coast. Once again, tell everybody to subscribe. I'm way less than 300 new subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner in my media company, getting a monthly check from YouTube. Spread the word so I can get these 300 subscribers by the weekend. So I can start getting these, my media company can start getting these checks this month. If you would like to support the show financially, if you would like to, a love offering, angel investor, or just whatever you got. No amount's too small, no amount's too large. You can Zelle me or Cash App me. I would love to have you as a sponsor. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Geno Jones Show, advertise here, shoot me an email. I'll set up a meeting, either by phone, by Zoom, or in person. Geno Jones Show at Gmail. That's how you spell Geno. Geno Jones Show at Gmail. You can do that. You can Cash App money, $Dad G Jones. So it's capital D, lowercase A-D, capital G, capital J-O-N-E-S. $Dad G Jones. That's Cash App. You can Zelle Geno Jones. Type in the number 843 on Zelle. Geno Jones 843 right there. All right, everybody. I love you. Thank you. Let me do my Tony the Tiger. Like if you're under 50, like, who's Tony the Tiger? Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes. My man was in the commercials. He would say, great. So I say, have a great weekend. Me and you live Monday afternoon, 6:30 p.m. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, KelB Cutting Up, KelBecuttinup. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist. Yes, she is the wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check out Allie and her Lexi Jones collection, LX.NCL_ after the second L. LX.NCL_. All right, I love you. I'll go back and binge watch any of this episode you missed. Copy and paste. Shout out to Coach Dawn Stalley. I am rooting for you, Lady Gamecocks. Absolutely. I'm 10 toes down with you. But win this championship this year. But to my young brothers and sisters, as much as I love Coach Stalley, these states and these universities, they don't want you. They don't want you. They don't want us. Never go anywhere where you're not wanted. And, I want Coach Stalley to continue to do well. But she got her bag, so she's going to be good. But take our money, go where you are wanted, where you are appreciated, and where you are loved. Don't go where you are tolerated. Go where you are celebrated. All right. I love you, everybody. We'll see you Monday. I had a great week of shows. Go back and binge watch every show and spread the word. Tell everybody. Copy and paste the link in an email, text message. You can share this episode. You can share any episode. You can tag every episode and give them my Cash App, $Dad G Jones, and my Zelle, Geno Jones 843. And once again, stress the importance of supporting platforms like this, voices like mine, supporting Black-owned media, because nobody is going to tell our story better than us. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.